Kathy, Joe DeVore, and River, and we are going to be doing a lesson from English Lessons Through Literature, Level B. River is 8 years old, 3rd grade, and she is just starting Level B this year. So, first lesson. A noun is the name of a person, place, thing, or idea. I want you to read that 3 times.
A noun is a name of a person, place, thing, or idea. A noun is a name of a person, place, thing, or idea. A noun is a name of a person, place, thing, or idea.
Everybody and everything has a name. We call those words nouns. A noun is the name of a person, place, thing, or idea. We're going to start by looking at the first part of that definition. A noun is the name of a person. You are a person. Are you a boy or a girl?
Go.
Boy and girl are both nouns because they are names for people. In your family, there are many kinds of people. You might have a mother, a father, a grandmother, and a grandfather. These words are all nouns that name people. Can you think of other nouns that name people in your family?
Brother,
Brother,
cousin, aunt, uncle.
correct. In The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, Dorothy is a little girl who lives with her aunt and uncle. Names for people are nouns. Since Dorothy, girl, aunt, and uncle are all names for people, they are nouns. In the following sentence from The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, the names for people are underlined. Dorothy lived in the midst of the great Kansas prairies with Uncle Henry, who was a farmer, and Aunt Em, who was the farmer's wife. Now we have a poem to read. Clouds by Christina G. Rossetti. White sheep, on a blue hill. When the wind stops, you all stand still. When the wind blows, you walk away slow. White sheep, where do you go? Do you like that one?
I don't think it was.
Your first poem is called Clouds by Christina G. Rossetti. To what does she compare the clouds? What's she comparing the clouds to? Sheep. What is the blue hill? The sky. We are going to practice your reading aloud a little bit with your Aesop's Fable. So we'll take turns. I'll read a paragraph and then you read a paragraph.
Paragraph is that line of doors, right?
See where the little place where it goes in a little bit? That's a new paragraph. Mercury and the Woodman, an Aesop's Fable. A poor woodman was cutting down a tree near the edge of a deep pool in the forest. It was late in the day and the woodman was tired. He had been working since sunrise, and his strokes were not so sure as they had been early that morning. Thus it happened that the axe slipped and flew out of his hands into the pool.
The woodman was in despair. The axe was all he possessed with to make and keep
A living.
And he had not money enough to buy a new one. As he stood wiggling, wringing his hands, weeping, the gods mocking, suddenly appeared and asked what the trouble was. The woodman told what had happened, and straight away the kind muffler dived into the pool. When he came up again, he held the wonderful golden axe.
Is this your axe? Mercury asked the woodman.
No, answered the honest woodman. That is not my axe.
Mercury laid the golden axe on the bank and sprang back into the pool. This time he brought up an axe of silver, but the woodman declared again that this was not his axe. His axe was just an ordinary one with a wooden handle.
Mercury dived down for the third time, and when he came up again, he had the very axe that he had lost.
The poor woodman was very glad to see that his axe had been found and could not thank the kind God enough. Mercury was greatly pleased with the woodman's honesty. I admire your honesty, he said, and as a reward you may have all 3 axes, the gold and the silver as well as your own.
The happy woodman returned to his home with his treasures, and soon the story of this good fortune was known to everybody in the village. Now there were several fortunes. Now the woodmen in the village who believed that they could easily win the same good fortune. They hurried into the woods
one here,
one here, one there, and hid their
hiding their axes.
hiding their axes in the bushes. In the hunting they were blossom. Then they wept and wailed and called on Mercury to help them.
And indeed, Mercury did appear, first to this one, then to that. To each one he showed an axe of gold, and each one eagerly claimed it to be the one he had lost. But Mercury did not give them the golden axe. Oh no. Instead, he gave them each a hard whack on the head with it and sent them home. And when they returned next day to look for their own axes, they were nowhere to be found.
Honesty is the best policy.
All right. Here is our exercise. And you're going to be doing this in your workbook, but for right now, for the video, we're going to do it orally. In your workbook, underline the nouns that name people from this passage. Suddenly, Uncle Henry stood up. "There's a cyclone coming, Elm," he called to his wife. Now, can you tell me which words from this passage name which nouns name people?
Uncle Henry, wife.
Correct. And that is the end of this. Next, you'll just do your workbook and your copy work.
Yeah.
And that is it.